Since morning you are listening a lot of things about the FI and the picture which is being presented by some of the banks, some of the BCs, and my previous speakers also. Somebody saying that the BC model has failed. Everybody has a different experience. If we start thinking from the day first, this business will become such a viable business, such a good business which will start giving earnings, I think we are starting with the wrong perception. Any business or any venture you start, it has some lead time. We have to give that time to stabilize. And particularly this financial inclusion area, FI area if we talk of, this area was totally unstructured, uncharted. Nobody has worked earlier in this area. Everybody started with their own presumptions, own calculations, own projections. People entered into this area with this premise after making a calculation on Excel sheet and a good presentation. Okay, once I start, I get into this business, within 6 months I will be earning like this. But when the people really went onto the ground, realities were totally different. And that led to this perception that this model is not working. We in State Bank of India started this project of financial inclusion after this advent of this agency banking system which came into the existence. Financial services can be provided to any person where the cash is a major component, either by the bank branches or by the ATMs. When this BC model came into the existence, another route was given for the delivery of the services, and that was a business correspondent model. So, with the introduction of this BC, SBI also started the working in 2007. 2007, totally new to this area. Only few, 1 or 2 BCs, because there were a lot of restrictions on the becoming the BC, Section 25 company or individuals or some sort of specified category of the people could come the BC. It is not like this was just you can get into and start. Some capital was also needed. And when we started, only few players with the technology was available, only 1 or 2. Technology was not there. It's a big challenge. How to deliver the service in safe and secured manner also. It should be low cost model. Because high value transaction, high cost transaction, because these are the low value transactions, and to be delivered in the villages. And to build a trust of the people in the villages, that this system is working, it should be safe and secured also. So only found a 1 or 2 player. They came forward with their own understanding, they suggested some model, started working with POS device or handheld terminals with biometric, and that too in offline mode. Offline mode has its own limitations and restrictions. Confined to only one particular place, cannot be serviced at other outlet. Biometric, capture, storage, failures, all sort of things were happening. And emphasis in the beginning was EBT, electronic benefit transfer by the government. When this EBT was coming, the business model was developed around that only. Anticipating the government will pay some commission to the banks, banks will pass on to the BC. So every bank did like that. Only 1 or 2 states started paying EBT and commissions. And this was a notion that once this EBT comes in, withdraw it completely, leaving nothing in the account. The balances were only 2 digits. So how that business can be viable? Once the fund has come, withdrawn, no activity further. So this started that way, but gradually over the time the learnings, because this was an area, everybody was trying something to do. It was a trial and experience and move forward. So in SBI also we adopted the same approach. We did a new experiments, moving from one area to another area, one type of BC to another type of BC. So BC were engaged and then started other than EBT. It was first EBT model, then went to the non-EBT model also. Non-EBT model, then when you're going for the non-EBT model, things should be that the services are available at other places also. So keeping in the mind, found a new venture, new technology. From offline mode to we brought it to the online mode. And since beginning we had an approach. Accounts are to be opened in our main core system. So the customers engaged by the business correspondent are the customer of the bank. They should not be the customer of the business correspondent only. So with that we came to the online model. Then we started with the one PC based or internet based kiosk banking with the mind that under the e-governance model there are going to be about 1 lakh CSCs. But Mr. Panigrahi was talking. With this premise we brought another technology, bank owned technology, so that this existing infrastructure can be used. Big challenge in the villages, and some of the challenges Mr. Panigrahi and Mr. Puneet Chopra highlighted. Initial capex. If initially one finding a good CSP was one of the challenge, and another challenge is initial investment. If initial investment is to the tune of 30,000, 40,000 rupees, then CSP, if it is making investment, either BC make it or CSP make it. If they make investment, they will be expecting the return. And return, if it is not coming, he will not sustain for a long and will close the business. So with this, keeping in the mind existing infrastructure can be effectively utilized at the CSC, we went for the kiosk banking, which was online real-time with our core banking system, and fingerprints were stored centrally. All authentications were happening centrally. That enabled customers once enrolled at these outlets can move to any other outlet of the kiosk and take a service. So if somebody in the village is coming to open the account, first question he always will ask, what are the places from where he can withdraw the money? If we tell them it is only the place from where you can take it, they will not come. Or they will open the account. If some pressure is built by the CSP, persuasion is done by, he'll open the account, will not transact. If we give them an outlet, another option, he can withdraw if he goes to another village from this particular outlet. Or if we give them some ATM card and say your ATM is also available. So we did the same thing. With this, we moved forward. Then we went to the mobile also. And that way, the journey which we started in 2007 in offline mode and 100 terminals, confining the villages into one particular village, we moved to other platforms, and today, as on date, SBI has around 37,000 BC outlets in the country and opened about 20 million accounts through these BCs. Accounts are there. All accounts are not active. It's a fact. If we say okay, all accounts open must be transacting, if all transaction happens, then there is no question of the discussion which we are having, the BC model is not viable. There will not be any chance. It will always be viable when all the accounts are transacting, but that's not happening. So various, as Mr. Puneet Chopra has raised it, or Mr. Panigrahi, about the products. Definitely, products should be there. Products, we started with the saving bank initially, then came up with the remittances, fund transfer, then Flexi RD, where the people can deposit a small amount at their convenience. Flexi RD. Also, some of the places, Flexi STDR, if they have money to keep it. So this way we started. We started at some of the places small loans also. But there were certain challenges into it. So we moved forward, and it's not the thing that transactions are not happening. It is happening, but not uniformly across all the outlets. Outlets are working. Some of the outlets are working wonderfully well. Some of the outlets are facing the problem as raised by. So then after that we came with the one remittance product on non-home for migrant laborers. That was a big revenue earner for everyone. So that revenue, and all the BCs wanted to go for that, but that was confined in particular urban area. Urban is a huge pocket. So that remittances has given a big boost to the FI, and that was being given to the BCs, basically keeping in the mind the cross-subsidization. In the rural segment, they are finding the viability issue that can be cross-subsidized with the urban. So various challenges emerged, finding a suitable BC, finding a suitable CSP, finding a suitable technology, scalable one, cash management, that is also liquidity management is a big challenge, because cash is a major component in whole space. So all these things, after learnings, SPI we have moved forward. We are continuously growing, and in DBT and DBTL also we are contributing a lot. So this way we are definitely looking forward. The investment, whatever has been done till now, will start yielding. When whosoever is entering into the area, he should see that from day first it cannot be so sustainable and viable. It will take a time. Banks are finding various other, are trying to adopt other models by moving the low value transactions from the branches to these outlets. So number of the transaction increases and these BC becomes viable.